Hello everyone, and welcome back to Live with Brinkofspeed and Octane Hour. Tonight we're going to discuss the C8 transmission service guide, and we're going to dumb it down, make it easy, keep it simple, stupid. So
easy peasy.
Are you speaking for Mark there? Dumb it down?
Yeah, dumbing it down, keep it simple,
He's
stupid.
on the thumbnail. You didn't see the...
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a picture of Mark.
Yeah.
With the dummy outfit on.
Oh, that's me with
He's
the
a
dummy
crash.
outfit on?
You're a crash test dummy.
I'm a crash test. Oh, okay. There you go.
So what's up, everybody?
Hi,
How's
hi,
everybody
hi.
doing?
Is it cold and snowy up north where everyone's at?
It's actually kind of cool here tonight.
It cooled off big time from last night.
Yeah, 3 days
like
in a row
72
was like
degrees
70
last
something.
night.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric is on.
Yep,
Eric Bush.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Welcome.
Yep, welcome. He knows his stuff.
LD is on. Davy Jones.
Speaking of Davy Jones,
Yeah, Davey, we got your stuff here, Davey. We got a package from Davy Jones.
Yeah.
All the other packages from everybody else, they're stacking up over here. Each show, we're going to open one up. So
did that come down my chimney or how did it get
come
here?
down your chimney.
Joey B says it's raining in New York.
Is it?
He
I
should
don't
be in
doubt it.
Vegas.
Yeah, he should, absolutely. Thanks to all the thumbs up squad for joining us tonight. Those are the little stars that you see.
Oh,
on
that's
there.
what the stars are. Yes,
Yeah.
very good. We still, I guess me and Darren didn't figure out how to do that yet.
It's weird.
On
It's-
my computer, I can do it.
On your computer?
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
weird how it works on the phone. I think it's kind of hard to do. But
Maybe I got an old iPhone or something. iPhone 3.
I'm going to do things a little backwards. Usually I talk about NCM, but I'm going to talk about my last videos at the LA Auto Show. So you guys should check those all out. I did a bunch of them.
They were great.
Do you
I
have
have to
any more to come or no?
No, that was the last one.
You spent all your bullets. It was very good. I love watching them because you.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good. Still,
Yeah,
don't
so
know
what
I
was
didn't
your
get
favorite
an
car there, by
invite
the way?
to LA Auto Show. I don't know what it was, but
You what?
I didn't get an invite to the LA Auto Show. He's just starting to do videos. I'm like, where's Mike today? He's in the Dallas Auto. No, he's in the LA Auto Show.
Yeah.
Yep. You and Clarence having fun out there.
Yep.
Yep. So anyway, but it was good to see you did the last one you did with the GTD, the Porsche, and the
Z06.
and the Z06 comparison. That was really cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Did they have any Italian stuff there, like Lamborghini, Ferrari?
they did, but they were
Wasn't impressive.
It wasn't new stuff. It was old stuff. So
Is that like
Probably
the
my-
manufacturer's auto show? I mean, that's what that is. Like
it is, but they've changed it so much. Larry Anthony, who went with us, actually took us there.
Yeah.
He's been living in LA his whole life. So he said from the time he started going till now,
Yeah.
it's just not the same.
It's not the same for
A
sure.
lot of the manufacturers dropped out because of that.
Yeah.
So I was expecting to go there and see like the brand new Ferrari, the what's it called, the F80,
Yeah, the new one. Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
W, the new
McLaren, yeah.
W, whatever it's
Oh,
called.
speaking of which, remind me to tell you a McLaren thing later. We have an invite to go to McLaren here
Oh,
in February. Yep.
sounds good.
Oh.
So I was expecting to see stuff like that, but I mean, besides the ZR1, probably the coolest car was the new Tesla autonomous car that has no steering wheel.
No steering wheel. That's
What
crazy.
What does the outside look like?
It kind of just looks like a normal car. I mean, it looks a little bit futuristic, but it looks pretty much like a normal car. But when you look inside of it, you're just like, there's no steering wheel. It's
Really?
like, yeah.
What's the seating like? Is it like, do you face each other or was it just?
No. It's normal seating. But it was a little interesting. So anyway, all those videos are linked in the description. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about is if you haven't seen it yet, or if you haven't heard this yet, I was on the Corvette Today podcast with
that
Steve
was
Garrett.
so cool.
And that was really fun.
That was cool.
He's really, really cool to talk to.
Yeah.
He talked to me back in Carlisle and said that he was going to have me on the show, and it would be probably sometime in December.
Yeah.
So he's got his shows like all booked out.
Yeah.
When's
And,
Mark up? The episode?
I don't know.
When's who, me? I'd be a quick show. It'd be a quick, short show.
Yeah, you'd have just as much to talk about.
If we wanted to go into the old stuff, yeah, I could talk about the old
Thank
stuff.
you guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, it was really great.
It's so cool. There's
lot
like
of fun.
national attention. He's a celebrity now.
Who?
You. He hates that word celebrity. But no, it's really cool because the entire Corvette community that, maybe even folks that don't do the YouTube or don't
Yeah,
do
they can listen to the podcast.
Yeah, they listen to the podcast and introduced. So,
Yeah.
did your activity go up like after that? Did you getting like more subscribers or?
Maybe.
Okay, very
Maybe a
good.
few, yeah.
We're pushing to get 100,000, right? That's what
Yep.
we want to get to.
That's what I want to get to.
But it was so cool to hear him talk to you, and I learned things about you I didn't know myself.
Like what?
Oh, when you were growing up and all the cars you had, and just it was kind of cool to hear how I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun cars and did a lot of fun things with those cars. Got in
Yeah.
trouble with the law with some of those cars. Ran from the law with some of those cars.
Now that wasn't on the show. That's on the that's on the blooper reel, I think.
Yeah.
That's the uncensored. We'll have to hear about that. But
I've got a lot of stories, but I've always been a gearhead, and so yeah, it was fun to tell my story.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did. You can't tell the full version because
You just
takes too
limited
long.
amount of time. Yeah. I was wishing he would have talked more about you creating the channel and a little bit more about that. But
Yeah.
you run out of time, right?
I mean, I told as much as I could about that, and I felt like I filled him in pretty well with how that happened. I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for Clarence, this channel would have never been created.
and that's one thing I didn't realize that Clarence was so instrumental in helping you out with that. So
He just wouldn't give up. He kept talking me into it. He was just like, come on, stop putting... Because I was putting car stuff on my
Black Kite.
Black Kite channel. Yeah. And he was like, that's never going to go anywhere. You got to start a real car channel. And I was like, all right. So after a few months of him nailing me down and saying, hey, start it, I finally did.
Very good.
So
Yeah, but no, that was very, very neat to hear and listen.
thanks, man. All right. So you guys know we are brought to you by the MCM Insurance. Let me pull them up real quick.
Speaking of which, I just got my car finally insured.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Yeah, it is easy peasy. Such a simple process.
It's even easier if you already have.
Did
Right.
you call or do
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
did
I
like-
called. I didn't. I just
because
called.
you're an existing customer. You can
Yeah, it's
call.
easy.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
just.
For new customers,
I just
you click on the link and they call you back.
Yeah, I
right?
gave them my VIN number. They, if you remember, they text you, and then you respond back. You take pictures of all
angles
of the
Yep.
car, and
Yep.
then that was it.
Yeah.
They send you an invoice. It's good to go.
Yeah, it's a simple process.
One of the few things I've seen bills come across my desk that aren't going up. It's
Yeah.
just crazy. I mean, just
Yeah, it's great. So yeah, if you guys haven't heard of this company, they insure your collectible, not just Corvettes, but cars. So if you own anything that you like to put in the garage and drive it every once in a while or drive it quite often, but it's not your daily driver, then that's a collectible car and they will insure it. Now you do have to have it in a garage. You do have to have a daily driver besides it. And yeah, that's how you qualify for this type of insurance.
yeah, good deal.
Plus, you have to be willing to only drive 6,000 miles a year or less, which we know
Yes,
is very
me.
simple for him. Actually, it's pretty simple for you too. It's a little harder.
6,000.
for me.
6,000 is easy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little harder for me. Sometimes I get close.
Yeah, especially when you have a couple of them.
Well, I mean, with my Camaro, I got close.
Right.
I had like.
Well, we know
5.
Rick Corvette Conti couldn't get that. He's got like 96,000 miles on his car by this time, doesn't he?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
he goes
no.
all over.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Is
though.
Rick on tonight? Usually, sometimes he joins in.
I don't know.
Somebody text Rick, tell him to get on. He'll probably want to join the show when we talk about the DCT easy peasy discussion.
So, click on this get a quote if you're looking at the screen now, and then it'll pull up information. Type all that in. Also, if you could, please put in BOS 2024. That way they know you guys are coming from Brinkofspeed. Fill all that out. Send it off. They'll send you an email back asking you a few more questions. Fill that out, and then they will give you a call and get everything worked out for you. But it's phenomenal insurance. If you ask the people that are on right now what they're saving, most of them are saving hundreds of dollars a year, but there are some on here. I think Mark T's on here. He's actually saving thousands a year.
Yeah.
So it's really
Well, somebody
good stuff.
asked if my insurance went up or down. It's hard for me to judge that. It technically went down, but I have more cars now.
Yeah.
But for me, it was $1,500 and change for the year on a Z06.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I think
huge.
before the other car technically was $1,800 in that range. So
But how many cars do you have on it right now?
a couple.
we were just down in his garage, and there's a problem down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start going up
Seriously,
a level.
do you have all those on there?
Yeah.
So then your insurance on the rest of them have to be way less.
I think it's going to get readjusted because I technically haven't paid it yet because they're going to send it to me.
Okay.
He was like, you could do it. I was busy and I was just like, well, they'll send me the invoice and I'll pay it.
Because like I've said before, like I had my Corvette.
So I think that's what it does because well, I don't know.
My Corvette was $96 a month.
Right.
BOS 2.0. But my Camaro was only $33.
Right. But I don't know how they reprice it. You know what I mean? I just know it was about $300 or $400
multi-car
less.
discount, blah blah blah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
All right, we're good with that. Should we open Davey's?
Yeah. Let's
thing?
open Davies.
All right, Davey, are you on?
He's on.
Is he
I
on?
think, as far as
just
I know.
make sure he's on. Okay.
Hopefully.
He said this is I don't know what's in here. We'll see. This is to the three of us, I guess, or we'll see. Let's see what this is.
Ricky from California says, happy holidays. What part of California are you from?
Oh. Merry Christmas. And
Uh-oh,
Happy New
Supercar
Year.
Ranch is here, so make sure your
Yes.
question,
God.
is that going to...
Is
Don't
he on?
worry, I have a question.
That he
For
can't
backup.
get. Okay,
Yeah.
question for backup.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, look at this. Here's
Christmas
for me.
cards?
Christmas card for me.
We'll open it.
Christmas card for Darren.
Oh, nice.
Give it to him.
And a Christmas card
So
to Mike.
well, that makes sense. Shiny Fender said he has it on his 83 square body,
Nice.
which
See, there you go.
What does
you
he
don't
have?
have to have a Corvette.
C10 square body. I used to have one. Remember my C10? Did you ever
Yeah.
see that?
I
Yeah.
never saw your C10 now.
Yeah, you did. You came to that car show that we had here. Back
This
in
blue.
2021.
I had a really cool 84 square
You brought
body.
your
Square
pace
body.
car.
Yeah, I bought my pace car, yeah.
That
Oh,
car
that's
unfortunately was in the shop more than was in my
Look
garage.
at that.
Was
There's
it?
Christmas trees on here.
Wow, look
his
at
wife made
this.
these, huh?
That's so cool.
Oh my gosh, I know Davey didn't do this. His wife did this.
Yeah, his wife makes the
Susan
cards.
did this. Let's see.
Thank you so much, Davey.
Very cool.
Really appreciate that. That's awesome.
Let's see. Look at this. I'm going to open this up. Look at that's a Christmas card. Look at that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it shakes around. Look at that.
Yeah, that's talent.
That's awesome.
Can you imagine using that X-Acto knife to do that?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
She
That
probably
is
uses
crazy.
like a cricket thing to cut it or something like that.
Merry Christmas. Look at that. That's amazing.
Oh,
Handmade.
Butch is on.
All right, very good.
Thanks for
Thank
letting
you.
us know, Butch. Tell Rick we said hello as well. He can't make it tonight, though.
Who, Rick can't?
No.
So Ricky's from San Francisco. I actually used to live for many years in Walnut Creek, right by you. 15 years I lived there
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's awesome.
and commuted to San Francisco every day.
How many miles commute is that?
30.
But 30 in California is
But
like
that's going to take a while,
130
right?
in some.
I was going like at 4 o'clock in the morning, but
Oh, okay. That's not
but no, coming home, yeah, the traffic there. Actually, you'd be surprised. Ricky would tell you the Bay Bridge there pretty much 24/7 is packed.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
Yep.
crazy.
I will say this. Being there with Clarence, the GPS would say like 3 miles.
Yeah.
And it would say like 20 minutes.
I just walk. I'll just
I'm
walk.
like, are you kidding me? What the
Wow.
heck is going on here?
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to show you a beautiful Riptide Blue 2024 C8 Z06 that is being given away at the end of this month. You only have a few days left. It is a Z07 performance package plus $25,000. It's a convertible. It has the
It's
Sky
the blue.
Cool Gray.
It's the blue.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
absolutely beautiful. So, guys, if you haven't entered to win this yet, click on one of these here. And by the way, in the description and the pinned comment is the link that you want to click on. You click on one of these, you fill out all this information. Right now, you're getting 2 times entries because you are a Brinkofspeed watcher. Fill all that out, fill out the credit card information, and you're all entered to win. And like I said, they are giving this away. The
When is
close
it?
date is December 22nd. So like I said, a few days
couple
left.
days left. Yeah.
And then the drawing date is the 28th. So it's coming up very quickly. The Auburn Core Duesenberg has already raised over $700,000 for a good cause. So,
wow, very good.
Definitely check that out and try and win. Do we have a super chat?
Yeah, we do.
I
Good one.
love the name.
I know. Grandpa Barney. Very
Happy
nice.
holidays, my brothers. So what's up? Your thoughts? How difficult is it going to be for just a regular guy to get a new ZR1?
No, I got to go on that one. Bye. See ya.
Do you want to? Yeah. Do you want to lose your dignity, or how do you want to get this thing?
Seriously. Thank you for the
Tough
super
question.
chat.
Yeah.
I think it's an easy question, actually, to answer. My answer is going to be very precise and quick, I think.
Okay.
So this is my answer to
It's
you.
a 2-word. Good luck. No.
No. For just a regular guy, it's going to be very difficult, in my personal opinion. If you're a regular guy that has maybe 150,000 laying around that you don't care to burn on a ZR1,
On top of the MSRP.
on top of the MSRP, then it might be easy. If you're willing to give a dealership $50 to $100 to $150,000 extra for the ZR1, then you probably got yourself a ZR1. If you're not the person that has any extra money to spend on it, you're probably looking at a used ZR1 in the future, or a new one in a very far future.
It
It's
depends.
gonna be worse than
Depends
the
how many
06.
years they're going to make the car for, right? What do we think? 2-3 years, maybe?
No, I think they're going to make it till the end of the C8.
Which is when?
Probably 2030.
You think that long?
Rick Connie's guessing 29 or 2030. So I think he's right. I think they're going to push this thing out really, really far. Even if it's a 2026, you're still going to have 2026, 2027, 8, 9, maybe 5
5 more model years
Model
of
years.
C8?
of ZR1.
Of ZR1?
They'll get easier after the second year, probably.
Well, remember last year at this time, nobody was,
I don't
or
know.
a year and a
I mean-
half, who was going to get a Z06?
No, what I mean by that, I
now
think
you
it'll
can
be
get a Z06.
after 2 or 3 years.
So you're thinking the same thing with the ZR1. You people will be able to get one after
the
a
people
while.
that are willing to pay the big money will get them right away, and then that'll die down.
Yeah.
Supercar Ranch. What's a not regular guy?
Right.
I would say anybody that has millions in their bank.
No, I mean, I'm relating to that regular guy as just someone sitting there, pick up the phone, and they start calling, hey, I'd like to buy a ZR1. I'm like, okay, well, you're 3 years late.
Yeah.
How many cars have you bought
Well, that's
from
a
us?
regular guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, a not regular guy is the guy that has millions in his bank and he's already talked to his dealership.
I don't think it has to do
years
with
ago.
how much you have in the bank. It's a matter of you've set
Well,
yourself
You've
up.
set
to get
yourself
I'm just
up.
saying.
Talk
The
to
car's 150 grand, 200 grand. So
Yeah, but they know it's going to cost way more than that with the markups at a lot of dealerships.
depends. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
It
saying,
will
just
be.
like the Z06. So, like, for example, at Classic Chevrolet, the GM had multi-millionaires, like 100 millionaires calling him up saying,
I want my ZR1.
I will bring a check in right now for $100,000 if you give me the first Z06.
Oh, that was
So-
back in the Z06
Yeah,
days.
that's back in the Z06. The ZR1's even crazier than that.
Well, you said Stonebrow already has what? A handful of guys are doing 100 over?
Yeah,
Right.
4 guys.
Yeah.
doing
Classic
100
has
over.
3 guys 50 over,
Right.
and they stopped.
Yeah, so that's your not regular guy, in my opinion. There's a few of us that may get lucky that have, made the right connections in the last 5 years, and we may be able to get one. I don't even know for sure that I'm getting one. So,
Supercar Ranch says, my point is, seems these are kept for celebrities and such. Anyone can get one. You just need to plan way ahead.
Yeah, no, he's
Which is
100%
what
right.
you
Yeah,
can't-
that's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
what you said.
way ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you have a lot of money laying around, you might not have to plan way ahead because,
Yeah, you can always buy your way into one.
you can buy your way in.
Go to Mecum Auctions and pay like
you do that too.
$600,000 and get one.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be seeing too many of those on Mecum auctions.
You think they'll have the 6-month deal on the
Oh,
ZR1?
absolutely.
They'll sell them?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Maybe a year.
Do they still have it like on the Z06s, like yours? Your Z06?
Nobody
Technically
knows.
Did you
not.
sign anything?
Here's the
yeah.
thing. Why would they have that when you can't sell them for a profit technically these days?
So
You know
they
what I mean?
actually did have me sign one, but it's so.
They had me sign one for
It
my
says
E-brake.
it says
Really?
it says
Yeah.
2023 on it, it's the language on it would never hold up.
So they just needed to have.
But when I bought my 24, I didn't sign anything.
But thanks again, Grandpa Barney, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I hope that answers your question. And welcome to the show. I don't think we've ever seen Grandpa Barney before, have we?
No.
I've heard the name.
Have you?
Yeah, I can't picture the face if
Yeah,
we've met
you've
him.
heard Barney.
Well, you're going to hear him a lot too soon.
I love you.
Oh God, he's going to hear that a lot.
No, my son likes something else.
Bluey.
Oh, it'll change. No, Bluey's a little bit. That's
No, like Bluey.
no. I like Bluey. Bluey's good.
Australian.
Yeah.
I don't know. But according to my sister, Barney's kind of a thing of the past. Like
Yeah.
her first two kids like Barney, but
Yeah.
then her third kid was not about Barney.
Barney's like 30 years old. My kids are.
Yeah.
Kind of creepy too.
He's creepy.
Yeah,
Yes.
kinda.
It's very 90s, 80s,
He
80s.
might
No,
end up on
90s.
the
It's
Epstein
90s.
Or the P. Diddy list. You know?
He was at the
Could-
P Diddy parties in in the aughts.
Could be.
Supercar wrenches. Bluey is the jam.
Yeah.
Bluey's good.
Anybody else on here? Oh, Jose Zapata's on.
Hmm.
Haven't seen him on in a while. Welcome, brother.
Kyle Knight. Who's Kyle Knight? I'm Shay.
Yeah, you missed it. You were
Kevin
out of
Hacken.
town when Jose and David Patterson was in
I
town. We all
know.
had dinner. It was a fun time.
No, I wish I could have been here. That would have been fun.
Yeah, we had a good time that night. Thanks,
Yeah,
Jose.
I bet.
Raymond Humphrey. Ricky Santiago.
Which Jose is invited to our dinner, by the way. I invited him.
Oh, yeah. When are we going to do that dinner? Are you going to tell people about that dinner, or are you just going to...
Listen, easy on inviting people to the dinner that I'm paying for, okay? Easy now. If we got too many people, we'll be going to McDonald's.
No. We're going to. We've already got that figured out.
Oh, yes.
Have you talked to Jose
Yeah.
in California?
Yeah, he's coming too.
Is he?
That we got planned. I was thinking there's a landmark date in January. We might do it on that same date.
Okay.
I think it's January 22nd. Maybe.
Okay.
All right.
What day's the inauguration? That's all.
20th.
Is it 20th?
Yeah, that's the 20th.
Probably should book that already. I was thinking that could be fitting.
Yeah, it's fitting.
Yep.
Sure.
Yes, especially how it's getting paid for. Yep. Yep.
You're paying for the tip too, right?
GTD is definitely harder to get than the ZR1 because you had to
Interview.
Yeah, you had to do an interview. You had to send in a video.
Is it
you had-
available yet? You can't buy it yet.
No.
Not yet. And its MSRP base is $325,000.
But speaking of which, Clayton, did you commit to the GTD? I think he got
did.
accepted.
Yeah,
Who? Clay is a guy that's buying a $400,000 car here.
$325,000.
Your boy Clayton, Supercar Ranch.
Supercar Ranch, and so is
Supercar Ranch. You're
Speed
getting a
Phenom.
GTD.
Hello, what's the name of his ranch?
Supercar Ranch.
Right.
Yeah.
What
Wow.
are they saying? Congrats to Shay for?
Oh, because he went 2000 status on his first Corvette.
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
Yeah, if you're
man.
2000, you
Awesome.
probably have your car March 1st.
Yeah, around there, probably. Yeah. I mean, it could be sooner than that. Never know.
Wait, what status did he
Yeah,
go
because
to?
that's true. You can go 2000 to 3000 pretty quick.
Yeah.
But realistically, middle of February would be probably best case.
Yeah.
I can't
All
believe
right.
they closed the plant for 3 weeks, but yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Plant's
do
closed for
3
3
weeks?
They're not going to be starting back until
yeah.
January of 2025.
Pays to be a union guy, man.
Yeah.
Guys,
They've been working hard.
GM is finally commenting on aftermarket exhausts.
What are they saying?
But guess what? It's pretty much the same as usual.
Are they approving it?
No, they're
They
not
killing the warranty for
disapproving.
it?
They're not.
But that's just like the other warranties. What dealer you talk to? I mean, our
Here's the
dealer
thing.
will install them. I mean, I don't know.
Here's the thing: an aftermarket exhaust is never going to void your warranty. It might void out your baffle system.
Your cats and all that shit.
Yeah, it might do something to that. It might make it so you can't automatic start your car with your remote. And
But
you
it's
might
not
have
gonna
a
void,
check
like, an
engine
A-
light on.
Yeah.
But it's not going to void your warranty.
For everything.
No.
It's an
For-
exhaust from the
yeah.
yeah.
So if you want to read the article, it's linked in the description below. But basically, John on here, he sums it up by saying he's had plenty of stuff on his car that never, ever, ever voided the warranty on any of his Corvettes. So
Plus,
I
the only way you know
agree.
it's avoided a warranty is if you actually have to go in and have a warranty repair done. Sometimes you never have a warranty
But you have to
repair
think
done.
about it this way,
So,
and maybe
you know.
I'm wrong in saying this. The dealers want warranty work. So if we take our car here in Texas to where we go and we have our AW exhaust or whatever, you think they're going to be like calling GM, oh, Darren came in with this exhaust, we got to void him out. They just lost out on thousands of dollars. So what do they care?
I'm not going to name any names or dealerships, but there are dealerships that'll say, hey, you have this on your car.
Let's
make
get
sure
that
you
off.
take that off before you bring your car in for warranty work. Because they know the game. They don't want you to not be able to get your car taken care of. And if you take that, whatever that item is, off, and then they check your car and it needs warranty work, then
the issue would come up potentially. You could say if it's some weird issue and they call in like the regional guy to come in because it's a big repair, right?
Right.
But your general stuff, they're not making those calls. That's just not happening.
No. Like with my LT4 blowing up, they had to call GM.
Right.
With my transmission, my Captain America car, they had to call GM.
Right.
But for like
big major stuff, it wasn't a check engine light.
Yeah,
or it wasn't
check engine light, they're not calling GM.
Yeah.
Not at all. All right. We're going to go to Corvette Blogger now. And
is Keith on today? I don't see Keith on either.
I haven't seen him on here.
He's out Christmas shopping, I think.
But guys, Les Stanford, not only are they offering 15% off of Stingrays now, they're actually offering up to $7,000 off brand new in-stock Z06s. So if you're near Les Stanford, that's good for you if you want a Z06. If you're not, you can still probably get one from them. But
do you know how many they have on the lot, Z06s?
I don't. I don't know how many. It might say in this article, I didn't read the article too much. It might actually tell how many they have. Right now, they do have 25 Stingrays to choose from on the lot. But I don't know if it says how many Z06s they have. But anyway, they have some nice ones. And again, we're looking at, a pretty nice deal on a brand new Z06 with no miles on it. That's pretty awesome. $7,000 off.
That's amazing.
You might be able to
compared to last year.
Yeah, you might be able to find a dealer that'll give you more than that. But if you can't, there's Les Stanford.
Grandpa Barney just hit you again with another super chat.
Oh,
did he not?
Yeah. He did. All right, let's read it. I'm just a dumb high voltage lineman that should get one for MSRP just for keeping people's lights on and happy weather.
Yes, I vote for that.
They can kiss my butt. I'll wait. I'm not paying stupid money. I have a 2017 Z06 07 package, white with exposed carbon fiber everywhere, 7,100 miles.
Yeah, that's a great car.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I agree with you 100%. None of us pay over MSRP either. We don't believe in it.
It doesn't hurt, depending on where you live. Call around. I mean, call the dealers and tell them. You never know.
Right.
But with this car,
we just don't know what the
your
availability
expectations
is.
Very low because everyone's called every dealer in the country and
yes.
But a lot of dealers, even
Some
like with
dealers.
but a lot of dealers, especially in certain towns, they will only sell to people that
local
you have on your driver's license. So you might live in one of those towns. The guy's like, you know what, we're going to sell it for MSRP. We'd rather sell it to you than the knucklehead in whatever state that called in here.
Yeah,
right. Yep.
So I don't know.
Yeah. So thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. That's your second one tonight. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. We'll give you a bonus question. You got a bonus question? Answer if you got a question.
That's right. But yeah, I agree with you 100%. Keep your C7 Z06. That car will never get old. You'll always have a big smile on your face driving it. Him and I both owned one, and we absolutely loved every minute of driving.
I literally was just saying the other day, I've thought about reaching out to the person that I
bought it.
Yeah. I mean, I know he has it.
Yeah, it's a good car.
Yeah, I don't know how many miles he's put on it, but I don't think he wants to get rid of it.
Thanks for the super sticker, Kevin Hacken.
It's amazing to me, the Z06, the C7 Z06, and especially the ZR1. It's crazy money.
Oh, yeah.
Well, even the C6 ZR1s and the C7, those are holding their value. The C6s are starting to come up.
Yeah.
They are. The C7s, though, are blowing my mind with their values. Yeah. Absolutely.
Even the standard Stingray.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're blowing my mind.
I remember we did the video. We sold my C7, my red convertible. Sometimes
which at the time you thought that was top dollar, which it was.
But sometimes I wish I had that car back. I don't
That's
have to worry about a DCT oil filter.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about $1,500, DCT oil filter
you're giving
change.
Stuff away.
So it's like,
I'm kidding.
it's sometimes, and I did like that soft convertible top. The hard convertible top's nice too, but there's downfall to that. So
Kevin
C7s
wanted to
are
ask a
keeping
question.
their
He
value
said,
up.
my 2025 Z06 with 625 started giving the idle creep disabled.
What that is.
I don't know. And would stall out at stops. Barely made it into my garage. Going to Classic tomorrow. Hope they can do the same fix as Captain America. So you're having transmission issues. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
On his
Z06. His 2025 Z06. I don't know what is going on, but the reason why I picked this subject tonight, just so you guys know, as Rick said on his video, which he did a phenomenal video on it on Tuesday with Chuck, he said it's kind of a broken record, but you know what? I've never brought up the subject on my channel. I've never done a video on it, and it was always because I pretty much thought I really don't have anything to worry about because I don't keep my car,
Right.
long enough to really worry about this stuff. But I know that there's plenty of you that do, so I wanted to bring it up tonight and try and show you that you don't have to really worry about this stuff. Try and unconfuse you and make it very, very simple for you the best way that I possibly can.
Yep.
So if you're on right now and you really want to hear about this stuff, stick around. We're getting to that here shortly. We just have a few more things to cover first, and I think you guys are going to like this stuff too. On Corvette Blogger, they put up a really cool article. Have you seen this article? Chevrolet's live in... gosh, I can't even talk. Live inventory shows 6,646 Corvettes on the ground as of December 14th.
On the ground, as in
dealers' lots.
In dealers' lots are being transported to the lots, unsold.
So this is what's
Well,
so
not
cool.
unsold, but yeah.
They break down the numbers amazingly on here. Check this out.
What?
This is amazing. So right now, there are 4,656 2025s.
Get out of here. Look at that.
1,970 2024s, and there are actually 20 2023 still on lots.
Unsold. Trying to be sold. New, not titled. Huh.
Then they break it down by model.
Okay.
4,974 Stingrays, 1,213 Z06s, 437 E-Rays.
Wow.
Coupes, 3,906. Convertibles, 2,704. Then they break it down by 1LT, 2LT, 3LT.
Oh, wow.
1LZs through 3LZs, all the models. They break them all down. Check this out. It gets even better.
Do they have the
Look at this.
Oh, the number of colors.
The number of colors.
Where does he get this? Where did he get that from?
It's an amazing article.
That is crazy good.
So,
and there's one white pearl metallic 2023.
That's right.
It's first,
One.
and it's a 70th anniversary, as you know.
Yeah.
Some guy probably parked it in the back and they forgot about it.
Exactly.
Hey, Hank, why is this out here? I don't know what the hell is it doing here. Isn't that in here for service?
Yep.
We never sold that. Oh, shoot.
So what's so cool about this, in my opinion, is you can get on here, find kind of what you're looking for, and then go, hey, this might be on a dealer's lot close to me. Then you can go on the Chevrolet website, build the exact car you want, and it'll show you if that car's sitting on a lot near you.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
look at that. 30 cacti greens are still available.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
I know. You can still get 27 Amplify Orange, 20 Accelerate Yellows. I mean, I think this this article is really cool.
Who wrote that? Was that Mitch or was that Keith? Keith.
Is it Keith?
Wrote that. Keith wrote
There you
that.
go.
Keith, man, what a sleuth you
So
are.
someone was, speaking of color, someone was asking earlier a couple of the messages about how I was liking the color of my car, the new one.
Purple?
I'm liking it. It definitely changes colors. You saw it tonight.
Yes, it
in the
changes
garage,
colors.
in the lighter light, it definitely looks purple.
Yeah.
In the sun, it looks blue, almost. I mean, really dark.
Yeah.
I mean, because you've seen the nacelles and the black part. It
I think
almost.
that might help make it look darker.
With the black.
That's probably true.
Yep.
But I love it because it changes colors like
It changes colors.
And
There's definitely metallic in it.
in the pictures that you posted, excuse me, I think they look phenomenal. And same with Corey's. You know, Corey's been posting a bunch of pictures of his. I just love it. I love it at night. I love it during the day. There's not really a time that I don't think that car looks phenomenal.
Yep.
I think it looks great.
Well, especially when I put the wheels on. The wheels made a big difference. For those that haven't seen, if you go to my Instagram page, Inner Demons, NRDEMONZ, you'll see a bunch of pictures I posted last week.
Really nice pictures.
Actually, I put my old wheels on there, and soon I'll be putting the other two set. We'll do some more switcheroo on it.
And especially with that interior choice, the color. Yeah. That just
I actually wish
sets it
there
off.
was. I wish there was more habanero.
More habanero in there? Is it black, habanero and black
micro suede.
Micro suede,
which I really do like the suede. That's a good option.
Oh, it's amazing. It makes the seats so much more comfortable, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just a different feel.
Softer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't slide as much, right? It kind of holds you in place.
Yeah, it's great. All right. So we'll go ahead and get on to the main subject. Again, the reason why I did this is because I'd never done it. Also, I wanted to help you guys save some money because it's so crazy how things work. This week, I was contacted by the owner of Captain America, and he had actually taken Captain America to Classic Chevrolet.
Remember Captain America? That was his first C8 Corvette, 2020.
Sorry,
one of the first
I'm saying Captain America. Some of you don't know.
First in Texas.
Yeah.
One of the first.
It's a 2020 C8 Stingray. He has, I think, almost 30,000 miles on it now, and he took it for service.
There's 30,000 on that now. Yeah.
Yep. And they recommended a DCT overhaul, just the fluid and the filter. Okay. And
has it ever been done before?
Well, the filter's been done.
The filter's been done.
The fluid has not been done.
Not even during that transmission issue. Did you think they did it?
Actually, I take that back. No, they didn't do the fluid. They added 2 quarts.
They added the 2 quarts.
So they did that because I wanted to track it. And we'll get into all that later.
Yeah,
but the reason why I'm bringing this up is because they told him it was going to cost like $2,200 or $2,400 to get the service done. And when he called me and told me that, and he's like, what do you think? You think I should do it? I said, well, I think you might should do the service, but you need to get opinions on this, like second opinion, third opinion.
A second quote or a third quote from a different dealership?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant by opinion. You need to get quotes from other dealerships.
And
I'll explain why you need to get those other quotes here in a second. But what I wanted to say, first of all, is don't stress out about this at all. I know there's some people out there that are stressed out about it.
Yes, me. I'm going to go get my C7 back. Did you say over $2,000 to change my transmission? Oh, God.
Hang on.
All right.
We're getting there.
All right.
GM definitely confused the masses on this when they changed things up every couple of years. You know, first of all, it was you only need to do this at 7,500 miles. Then you need to do this after 2 years. Then you need to, if you track your car, you need to put 2 extra quarts in it. Then in 2023 at the very end, they said, oh, you don't need to do that anymore because we changed up the transmission case, and now you don't need the extra 2 quarts. Then they said from 2 years to 3 years. So there's all this stuff out there that is very aggravating that they have changed it. And I think the reason why they did that is because they have had some problems with the transmission, including what we knew happened last year, or maybe it was the very beginning of this year. Remember when we saw the article on Corvette Blogger where they said they were shipping cars to Michigan? They were sitting in lots, and there was like hundreds of Stingrays.
Sketch, wasn't it? We never really figured out what was going on with that.
It was something to do with the transmission.
But they never really fessed up to what it was, right?
They didn't. But I think that's the reason why they've kind of just, I don't know, changed as we went. As the years go on, GM has changed their stance multiple times, and I think it's because of that issue. Now, have we had a lot of, if you're looking at how many C8s have been built with the Z06s, E-Rays and Stingrays, I think it's over 200,000 cars now.
Is it that high?
It's up. It's up there high. It's close to 200,000 if it's not 200,000, okay?
Yeah, because the one year they hit 50,000, 49,000
even if you had
in 1 year.
a couple thousand cars, which I don't think there are that many, but even if you had a couple thousand cars that had DCT transmission issues, that's still a very minute percentage.
But maybe it's much, much higher because nobody drives their cars. So it's this like,
Could be.
it's compounded.
But there's a lot of, here's the thing. Most of those transmission issues happen within the first like couple hundred miles.
Yeah, it seems like all these issues, if you can
They
get
happen
past
quick.
the first 500 to 1,000 miles, you're good.
Yeah. Now
That's
there
why I
are,
haven't done anything to my car yet. I want to get my break-in miles. And
sure.
just,
There are scenarios like Captain America where it had, 13,000 miles on it, and then all of a sudden my transmission started acting up. But that wasn't actually a real transmission issue. It was a computer glitch type issue. And when they reset my computers, both the car computer, sorry about that, the car computer and the transmission computer, it fixed everything. So anyway, I think that's why they've confused us, but I'm going to try and unconfuse you with tonight's video. So, to start off, and real quick, we're going to get to Grandpa Barney because he just super chatted again. So
yeah, he's using all his 0-1 money tonight on you.
Listen, Grandpa, if you want to get that 0-1, stop.
Bring questions
Hold
for
on.
the rest of the night. You got to get 0-1.
Yes.
you want a purple? Did he say sing?
I think he's talking about Barney. He's making a joke.
Oh, we want to sing.
I started to sing Barney for
He
you.
started. He's going to
I'm
be
not
talking, saying it in his sleep.
I'm not going to finish. You guys don't want to hear me sing I
No,
Love You.
I don't.
No, not
Exactly.
unless it's a really large super chat. But no, we're not doing that now.
Yeah,
So-
actually, I will sing it if you give me
No,
Don't even
let
say
him.
it. And Grandpa
$500.
Barney,
No,
don't do
no,
it.
stop.
Don't do it.
I'll sing the whole song.
Stop. We're
I'm
not
leaving
like
if that
that.
happens. I'm
that's
out.
that's for the other channels, boys.
I'm gonna go.
I'm kidding.
The other channels beg for the money. We don't.
Yeah, I'm not begging for money.
Yep.
All right,
We're here
so
for the fun.
if you buy a brand new Stingray, your first service is $7,500, and that 7,500 mile service is your free oil change and your your canister change. So they will actually, I think it is free.
Yeah.
They will change your DCT oil filter. And what they do is they flush all your fluid through that filter, and then they change the filter and leave the old fluid in there. That's all they do.
The canister filter.
If
Yep.
you've bought a brand new car, you don't have to worry about the 2 quarts, so you're not going to have to worry about that, okay? If you wanted to, track your car or whatever. So you don't have to remind the tech or whatever you're going to have to do with an older one if you put those 2 quarts in. So anyway, sticking to a brand new car. That's the first thing you have to do. So getting your car to that 7,500 mile mark is your first service unless you hit 3 years first. So what I would do if I were you with a brand new C8 Stingray is I would figure that out for like myself. I would jot everything down on a piece of paper. Like, okay, how many miles do I drive a year? How long is it going to take me to get to 7,500 miles? And once you figure that out and you know which comes first for you, the mileage or the years, then I would go to your dealership and find someone, or go to another dealership, whichever dealership you think you can trust the mechanic at that dealership. I would go and I would set up a plan with that mechanic for your new car, if you're planning on keeping it for a long period of time. If you're like me, you're not going to keep it long enough. You don't have to worry about any of this stuff except for the 7,500 mile thing. I might have to worry about that. With Captain America, I did. With the rest of my cars, I did not have to. Okay? So that's what I would do with a brand new car. Very simple. Very, very simple stuff. If you don't have a mechanic that you can trust, then it's not that hard to figure it out on yourself. But hopefully you can find a service department and a mechanic you can trust that knows the plan that needs to be done for your car, and just follow that plan. And it's going to take a while for you to get to those intervals. So it's not like you have to, fret over it in the meantime. Now,
That's what we do when we buy a C8. We fret. We wonder. We
not all of
question.
us.
not all of us.
I don't.
I don't fret at all.
All right.
I don't even worry about the service stuff. Even if I'm going to keep it a long time, I don't worry about
You going to pull up my example? Okay, he's going
it. Un momento.
he's going to pull up an example.
So if you buy used, it's a totally different story. The first thing you need to do before you buy that used car
research.
Is find out what's been done to the car. Obviously, you're going to know the miles, you're going to know the year, but you need to know if it's had the service done. If it's not even at 7,500 miles, then obviously it hasn't had that done unless it's maybe 3 years old. So you need to find out that information. Once you find out that information, it doesn't matter which way it goes. If it's had the service done or it hasn't had the service done, you need to take it to your trusted service again and come up with a plan of action with your service department mechanic.
Because any Chevy dealership can pull up any Corvette or any Chevy that's ever been serviced by any dealership in the country. You can see what's been done. Now, if you went to Jiffy Lube or something, hopefully nobody did that with their C8.
Yeah,
no, they're not going to do that.
But that may or may not be on the Carfax.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's a used or your second, third, or fourth owner.
Yeah.
If it hasn't been done, you're still eligible within, that 3-year period? Is that right? Is it 3 years? I thought I heard someone say 3 years.
Yeah, if it's not been done, you still have the right to bring that in for that.
Doesn't matter who
it doesn't
owned
matter
it prior
who
to
owns
you.
it. No. It doesn't matter who owns it.
Yep.
But again, you need to figure out all that out before you buy it. You could
know the history, kind of like you do everything else. You check your Carfax, right? You check your service history on a C8 Corvette.
Correct. So check that all out. Come up with a plan of action. Okay. Now, if you're like neighbor Mark,
yes,
there is a totally different plan for you. Okay.
Sell the damn car and get my C7 back. I'm out.
Because neighbor Mark has a garage queen, which is fine. That's fine for him. But he's not going to hit 7,500 miles in 3 years, most likely. How many miles do you have on your car right now?
33,000, I think. 3,000.
3,300?
No,
about 3,000.
3,000.
Do you really have 3,000?
And in February, it's 2 years old.
Let me check on my thing here.
I'm going to take the under. It's under 2,500.
No. It's higher than that.
Somebody made me drive. Pull up my sheet. This is now perfect timing.
Yeah,
pull
I'll
up my,
pull it up.
pull up,
Don't worry.
Pull up
I'll
my
pull it
sheet
up.
and let everybody see where I'm at. What my I'm gonna pull up.
This is a good.
Okay, everybody looking at it? Let's see.
So this is this isn't your true mileage. Let me go back. I'm going back
to the first
to
one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the DCT KISS example neighbor Mark Garage Queen.
Yeah.
It's my official PowerPoint.
So he bought it in February of 2023.
Bought it February of 2023. And see if you guys agree with what we're doing here.
Trailered it home.
I trailered it at home.
Put it on blocks.
I put it on blocks. And I put PPF on it. Before you switch, is that okay? Everybody good with that?
Did you put PPF over the white wrapping that came from the factory?
Yes, I did. I
Over
did.
that, okay.
You know I saved the white wrapping. And the seat car, I saved every little bit of plastic. Okay, now this is February of 2024, which was, 10 months ago, 8 months ago? So,
Almost.
1,700 miles. I cussed out Mike and Darren for making me drive it down to the Corvette Invasion in Bastrop, Texas, because that's why I have so many miles on it. Okay?
Come February of 2027.
Well, wait a second. Did I make that should say February 2026.
Okay.
So that says February 2026. Okay, I made a mistake on that one. Now there'll be 3,100 miles. I'm still cussing out Mike and Darren for making me drive down to Bastrop, Texas, because now I got 3,100 miles on it. And by the way, because it's a 2023, my DCT filter service has now expired.
The free one.
The free one. Yeah. Because if you remember, in 2020, you had a year. And 21 to 23, you had 2 years. Now in 2024, you've got 3 years to do that service. So now, February of 2026, okay, so now, February of 2026, okay, 5,000, okay, so now this should say, I must have messed my years up. But at February 2026, that's a year from February.
Dementia, it's already
I'll
setting
have
in.
5,000 miles.
They're going to
right?
pull
So the
your
last one
driver's
should have
license
said
soon.
2025.
Yeah, should have said 2025.
You shouldn't be on the roads.
So at 5,000 miles in February of 2026, I've had 3 years. I've missed out on my free DCT filter oil change, filter replacement. I've cussed out GM for not grandfathering me since I'm not a 2024. And my 3-year mandatory full fluid change and new DCT filter has to be done because it's 3 years. I've got 5,000 miles on it. It's 3 years. I got to pay full price. And again, I'm cussing GM out because I don't have 3 years from my in-service date. Okay? How much is that going to be? For everybody that's done that, how much is that going to be?
Well, we'll talk about that in a second.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. And then now because I've not had my 3-year service and I have to pay for it, now I'm cussing Mike and Darren out because they didn't force me to drive 7,000 miles by my 3rd year. So anyway.
So that you got it for free.
So that I'd get it for free. So should I drive it now, drive the wheels off it?
Yes, so that's what I was going to say. Like, if you're planning on keeping this car for like 5-10 years and you don't want to pay an extravagant amount of money in that 3rd year, you might as well just go ahead and plan to put 7,500 miles on your car in 3 years. That'd be perfect.
That's the expectation.
And that's not hard to do.
Yes, it is. It's very hard to do. Mr. Darren over here is tracking my same mileage amount, so I don't want to get started there, buddy.
I don't think that's true.
So if you're a neighbor, Mark, I was going to say, go ahead and make a game plan with your service advisor as well. You should always talk to your service advisor about this stuff, especially if they know the ins and outs. Make a game plan with them, and I think they're going to tell you the same thing that I just said, which is, you know what? If you want to save yourself some money, we already know that the car's not holding value sitting in the garage, right?
The analytics say it's losing money by the day. And
Listen, stop. I'm going to go get I'm going to sell it outright. I'm out.
So it's losing money sitting in the garage. So you might as well lose money while you drive it. Okay. So if you're losing money driving it and it's sitting in the garage losing money, why would you want to lose even more money by having to pay the dealer for something you could have gotten for free if you drove it while it lost money? That's my point.
Yeah, the dealer they're not going to reward you for.
They're not going to reward you. No one's going to reward you.
So I got to triple the mileage double 2.5 times the mileage on it before February of 2026, because that's my 3rd year. February of 2026. So that's, how many months is that? That's 12, 13, 14 months. I got 14 months I got to put.
It's real simple. Come driving with me and Darren.
5, 6.
You'll put it on there real quick.
I got to put 3,500 miles on it. Okay. Darren.
No, you got to put 4,500 miles on it.
45. I've got
4,500.
I've got this many.
Yeah, 4,500.
Right, but 2 years. Yeah. My Z06 has 2,000 miles. It's been 6 months.
How many miles you have on it?
2,000.
Yeah.
Do you really have 2,000 on that?
Yeah, and I'm not even. You've seen me. I haven't been driving it.
No.
I have not for the last 3 months. I haven't driven it at all.
Okay. So moving on. Why does this service cost so much?
Yeah.
At some dealers and not at other dealers. If you go to the article that I have pulled up here, this is very interesting. And it doesn't surprise me at all. But it is still interesting. Number one, you should read this because this guy shows you how to save money when you do take it to the dealership. Buy the fluid, buy the canister, and you're going to save a crap load by not letting the dealership charge you what they charge you for their fluid and their canister. And he shows you in detail how much you would save. Now, if you're really good with cars mechanically wise, you can do it yourself, and it will only cost you $432 instead of maybe $2,000 plus. But in this same article, or in this same thread, there's a gentleman on here that states that he called 3 different dealerships in Georgia.
Yeah.
One was like $2,100. The next was like $1,800, and one was as low as $850. All the exact same service.
Yeah, we're actually going to replace the fluid for that $800.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because those service guys forget about this GM stuff. I had a Dodge truck 2 years ago, and I took it in for some warranty thing, and I'm not even making this up. The bulb on the license plate where the bumper is, one of them was out, and the truck was only like 6 months old.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, can you guys fix that?" They're like, "Sure, whatever."
It's a bulb.
It's a bulb, and you can literally, which in the end I did, you could reach in there and grab and pull. But I'm thinking like, it's already here. Like, just fix it right.
Just do it. Yeah, make it.
I'm not even making this up. They charged me $110
for a bulb.
Well, you know why? Because it was $10 for the bulb. Okay, that's about $8 too much, but fine, I'd pay $10. but then they just put an hour labor to,
Oh my god!
because the guy he had to put something on there, and let's just say I didn't pay that $110, but I was like,
Yeah.
who falls for that? And unfortunately, a lot of people.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
They just rounded it up to 1 hour.
Yeah.
They said we don't
Well,
Well, I have
charge
another
less
story.
than
I'm
1
not
hour.
going to tell the dealership what it was.
We're almost out of time.
I had some TPMS sensors that need to be switched out. The car was in, getting some work done, and getting
Yeah.
more to work. I
Yeah.
said, hey, can you guys do that?
Pain in
Sure,
the
not a
ass,
problem. They're sitting right there.
Yeah.
$475.
Oh my gosh!
And I literally, I argued with this guy. I said, I'm not paying that. Just that, there's no way.
Yeah.
And he goes, he did the whole thing. Well, it takes all this work. And I go,
You had the tires off anyway, right?
exactly. And I said, I could go down to Discount Tire and get a full mount, balanced tires, everything.
Yeah.
And they would charge me like $110.
I remember you telling me that story.
Total.
Yep.
Right.
So I go, to be fair to the process, the most you could possibly charge me is around $100.
Yep.
Which is still too much.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's just, unfortunately, you got to be on your heels on this stuff because they come at you with some crazy stuff.
Okay, so wrapping up, the last thing I wanted to talk about is your Z51. Okay.
Tell
So-
Eric Bush is not allowed on the show anymore. He's not allowed.
Okay.
He says has a plan, move him into the old folks' home before he hits 7,000 miles on his car.
Well, you'd have a permanent handicap parking spot. You have good parking.
That's true. I get my handicap parking spot, Eric.
Are you
There
qualified
go.
for that now?
No, shut up.
All right.
Parking spot.
So let me finish this up real quick. If you have a Z51 and you already have had the 2 extra quarts put in your car, make for certain that when you take your car in for this major DCT service, the 3-year service, that they know you have those 2 extra quarts. Otherwise, they're going to drain everything out and put the normal amount, or it's not quarts, it's liters.
Liters, yeah.
They're going to drain everything out and put the normal amount back in.
Because they don't measure how much comes out. They just drain it and go
And they're
away.
going to bolt everything back up, and you're going to leave, and you're going to not ever know, really. So you really need to let them know, by the way, I have 2 extra pints or liters in this thing because I track my car. It doesn't have the new upgraded, DCT case that you guys put on the car starting at the end of 23. So it needs the extra 2 I keep saying quarts, liters. Make sure you let them know that. Okay.
If you prefer to have the extra 2
Now,
liters in
you
there, yeah.
can actually have the dealership do that case upgrade. I don't know how much it costs, but it is an option for you to have them do that. They will do it to your car. But you'd have to find out what that costs at that dealership. And every dealership is going to charge a different amount. So,
And Rick Connie interviewed Josh Holder, and he said, you know what, in hindsight, you didn't need to add the 2 liters anyway.
well, and
said
by
that.
the
He
end
said
of
that to Rick.
2023, they got rid of it.
And they changed the case, changed the
changed it all,
baffles
yeah.
where the pickup point
So
is.
the moral of this story is try not to overthink this stuff. Follow steps 3 and 4 very closely.
And drive your car.
It really should make things simple for you guys. There's a lot of great videos out there. In fact, I've linked Rick Connie's last video in the description. I also linked another video. I had never even heard of the channel.
Those 2 guys were.
Yeah, the 2 guys were great. What are they called? Octane?
The Octane Group or something.
The Octane Group or something.
Something like
was
that.
the name of the channel.
They did a good job of explaining things too, but I wanted to simplify it even more than they had, and I think I have. Don't overthink it. It's actually very simple stuff, and it shouldn't stress you out. It shouldn't confuse
The other thing
you.
too is don't forget to use your GM points when you do all this stuff.
Oh yeah, they add up.
They add up.
I got
You
a
get
ton of
points.
them.
You get points like every month for no reason.
If you're on the OnStar basic plan,
Not
you
even
get a couple
OnStar. I don't even know.
points.
I get them, and I don't have
I'm not
OnStar.
OnStar.
I
Uh-oh.
get points.
Okay.
What the heck?
So,
Hopefully you guys can still hear us and see us.
see, I still see on the feed here.
Okay. Yeah, it just reloaded. That was weird.
Okay. Yep. right.
So yeah,
They're listening. They're listening.
That's right. Oh, God.
yeah, you do need to make them show you. In fact, one of the guys on there said that his dealership records everything, which actually, when we went to the Acura dealership in Fort Worth for Amber's Acura, They recorded everything. They
Even
would send, would send us videos of everything.
The guys under the thing taking the drain plug out saying, hey, your oil looks a little dirty. When was the last time you changed the oil? Yes.
It's amazing stuff. I think every dealership should have to do that. It is
very cool, yes.
So, hey, if you can find a Chevy dealership that does that, that's amazing.
Yep.
So, did you want to do a question tonight? Or
if you want to give away, I've got a question.
All right. We're giving away something. I'm not going to tell you. Well, maybe. We've run out of a few sizes, so I might have to send something else.
Okay.
So
this is a Corvette C5R racing story. Okay. In 2004, a C5R had a really bad accident and spun and struck a barrier at Sonoma Raceway. It seemed like a minor incident at first, but it knocked the wind out of the driver, and then the car exploded into flames and was almost killed and burned inside the car. The guy did get out of the car, and he's alive today. What is the name of that driver?
Supercar Ranch said, if I win, give it to Grandpa Barney.
There you go.
By the way, if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button, please do so. It really helps the video.
This driver almost did not make it. He almost could have very well died in that accident.
Where's your answer on there? Okay.
Do you know what I mean when I say that? DBQ. DBQ. Okay, they're starting to put it.
That's it, right? Uh-huh. So the first person that got it was Supercar Ranch.
No, it was not. Son of a God! You gotta be kidding me.
He knew it too before he answered it.
First. Dale Jr.
Oh no! You have to answer it. The whole name, Dale Earnhardt Jr. And the person that answered it, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was General Lee. General Lee wins.
All right.
I know, Supercar Ranch. We just don't want to give you any more of our stuff.
Well, he said give it to Barney.
Okay, give it to Barney.
Barney deserves one anyways.
All right, give it to Barney.
Yeah, Barney, if you're still on...
Yeah, you get it.
You need to email me.
How did you guys know that? That's not something you can Google.
That's
hard. How do you... That whole story you'd Google?
I bet you could do it. Who crashed in Sonoma? That right there probably comes right up.
All right. Well, I got some others. Supercar Ranch. I'm going to get you one day.
Email me at this bos2020c8@gmail.com, and I'll shoot you over a gift.
Yep.
Especially because you super chatted.
Yes, very generous.
A lot of money tonight, so thank you so much for that.
Very nice.
But yeah, that's going to
let us know if you get the ZR1. We'll come by and...
Yeah, he lived... Did he say he lived in DFW? Or was that somebody else that said they lived in DFW?
I think it was somebody else. Where does Grandpa live?
I don't know. But thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate all of the chats, enthusiasm, thumbs up, the super chats, all of your questions. If you have not seen these Octane Hours, they are every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Although
next Wednesday won't
the
be.
Next two Wednesday nights are...
Is it Christmas and the
Christmas and New Year's. So I don't think we're going to be doing a Wednesday night live
next week,
or the week after that. I think the first live will be...
We're like the Corvette plant. We're not going to be producing Corvette shows for the next 3 weeks. We're in the Corvette Union.
But yeah, we normally do it on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you have not joined the Brinkofspeed community, please smash that red subscribe button on your way out and the bell. And we'll see you guys. Have a happy, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. We'll see you guys in the new year.